Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope that we are all experiencing a really grounded breath that lends an incredible amount of expansion into this moment, into this day. And I would love to take this really brief opportunity to talk about four really incredible supplements that I think that we're really devoid of in our diet and that can really support us feeling optimal in our body and really clear in our minds. So these four supplements is a multivitamin, a probiotic, fish oil or an algae oil just to get those omega-3 and the EPA and the DHA, and vitamin D. So I'm going to go into the reasons why and some brands that I like. And a common question that I get is, from people who eat a really healthy diet, they'll ask, well, I eat a healthy diet, so do I need to supplement? And the answer is yes. Because our soils are so depleted, because we're focused, our industrial agriculture system is really focused on monocropping in order to increase profits, and a lot of these common foods that people are eating are laden with pesticides and herbicides, then the nutrient value of the plant actually is really diminished. And so yes, diet is absolutely incredible, and I want that to be a centerpiece to everyone's lifestyle. However, it's really important just to supplement those nutrients that we may not be getting from our food. So multivitamin. I'm a huge fan of getting a whole food based vitamin, multivitamin, gender specific. So one of my favorites is this Garden of Life. It's really important for me to tell you that I'm not getting any sort of like kickback or commission on any of these supplements that I'm recommending. It's just supplements that have worked for me. So I like whole food based. There's a real brilliance to the whole food story in that a lot of these nutrients are working synergistically with each other in the correct amounts, and therefore they're much more bioavailable to the body. So I recommend, again, gender specific multivitamin that can really just fill in those vacancies of nutrients that we may not be getting from our food. The next supplement that I encourage everybody take is a probiotic. And a probiotic, this is definitely one of my favorites. It's the Flora brand. Oh my God, it works really well for me. We're recognizing that the health of our gut is a reflection of the health of every other body system, and it's actually being then recognized by Western medicine as an organ. So this is known as our microbiome. And our microbiome, this concentration of bacteria, is really, really sensitive bacteria. The beneficial bacteria is. And there is hopefully a balance between the beneficial bacteria and the pathogenic bacteria because they can really co-create and create harmony. However, we run into problems when the pathogenic bacteria is in a higher amount than the beneficial bacteria. And that can happen for a lot of different reasons, one of them being medications, environmental toxins, experiencing a lot of stress like higher cortisol levels, eating a lot of refined sugar, taking antibiotics, right? Even chlorine in the environment is really impactful for, impacts the microflora. And we could be filtering our water, but if we're not filtering the water that's coming from our shower and we're inhaling that as a gas now, that disrupts our microbiome. So it's really multifaceted, and I think that anyone who's living in modern society really needs to consider supplementing a probiotic. So this is going to really enhance digestion. It really impacts our mood. So when there's all of the correct bacteria in the right amounts, then they synergistically work together to manufacture serotonin, dopamine, GABA, all of these really, really critical neurotransmitters that help us feel relaxed and happy. Whew, don't we love feeling relaxed and happy? That is just like, yeah, that's a ticket to awesome health when we are feeling relaxed and happy. So you want to get, when looking for a probiotic, I really encourage more of the refrigerated ones, even though there's really quality shelf-stable ones, and those are really good if you're traveling. However, I think that the The refrigerated ones are more active, the bacteria is, and you want to get it more at like a higher CFU, so the colony forming unit. So that's going to be like, so this one for instance is 42 billion at a lot of and diverse strains. It's important to consider if you're just coming off of antibiotics, then you're certainly going to want to increase that CFU count, and that's going to be important because when you take antibiotics, that whole system in the gut has been really wiped out, wiped clean, because that's what antibiotics do. So probiotics, yay, yay, yay. I love probiotics. Again, supporting digestion and supporting healthy mood. And then, you know, so many other things. We're really just sort of discovering the tip of the iceberg of what probiotics can really do for our health and how important they are. The next one is fish oil, and this is, or algae oil is if you're a vegan, and this is really vital to receive because we want a, if we're eating a standard American diet, then the likelihood of us getting more omega-6s to omega-3s is really, really high. It's very likely, and that is that causes inflammation. And one common denominator with all diseases across the board is that inflammation is a key player. And so when we can sort of mitigate inflammation by eating, yes, more omega-3 fatty acids, and this is going to be found in flaxseed, walnuts, chia seed, hemp seed, you know, fish, wild-caught fish, grass-fed, pasture-raised beef and meat. Those are all really great sources of omega-3s, but what we really want is the EPA and the DHA. And this is the broken down, it's a part of the omega-3 family, but it needs to be converted in the liver. And if we're relying on vegetarian sources for our EPA and DHA, then the likelihood that we're actually receiving that is very unlikely. And this is because it's a very low conversion rate of the omega-3s into the alpha lipoic acid, which then the alpha lipoic acid turns into the EPA and DHA. So it's really important to supplement just straight up EPA and DHA. And so I really like, if you haven't been doing it, then I encourage getting more of a concentrated supplement, and that's why I picked up this Ultimate Omega from Nordic Naturals, which is a product that I really like. And they've concentrated the EPA and DHA and actually then reformulated it into triglycerides, so it's much more absorbable by the body instead of ethyl esters. So that is, so omega-3s are supporting, again, across the board, skin health, joint mobility, mood, it's supporting brain, healthy inflammations in the whole body and in the brain. The DHA is actual matter to the brain, so it's really, really amazing for people who are overcoming any sort of like concussion or brain injury. The other thing is that it's, again, you know, it definitely supports memory. I always like, it's always really interesting when I'm talking about a supplement that supports memory and I'm like, what else does it do? Oh, I forget. Like, maybe I need to take more fish oil. No, it's all good. Anyway, the last nutrient that, or supplement that I want to encourage supplementing is vitamin D. So important. If we're living in the northern hemisphere, we're not manufacturing vitamin D from the sun during the winter time. So it's the angle of the sun and the tilt of the earth that doesn't allow us to really work up the stores of healthy vitamin D levels. So I encourage everyone supplement vitamin D during the winter time. This is really, really healthy for mood, immune system. Oh, that's one thing that I would like to mention about actually all three previous supplements that I've talked about is immunity. You know, 70% of our immune system is in our gut, and that probiotics definitely help to support healthy immune system. So, but D3, you definitely want to make sure that you are supplementing with D3, not D2. Actually, D2 can do more harm. There are a lot of doctors that are encouraging or prescribing D2, which I don't know why, I don't know where that disconnect is, but make sure it's D3. So anyway, I hope that this gives you some tools, and maybe you learned something from this video. I hope so. And if you have any questions, please reach out. And to our healthy bodies and our healthy minds. And I encourage this because when we are eating a healthy diet and we're supplementing the correct things for our body and our minds, then it's just easier to feel good. And that's a win-win-win for everyone, because when we're feeling good, we're that much more likely to be treating ourselves with respect and love, and therefore other people and the environment. And that's when this self-care actually expands into a larger global consciousness where we all win, where we all benefit. And that's really the paradigm that I support and that I am choosing to be a part of. So thanks for being a part of it with me, and may we feel really, really like we're blossoming in this day and allowing ourselves to be the beings that we came here to be. Oh yeah. All right, much love and a lot of respect. Aloha.